There we go. Good lighting, good lighting. Yes, people, what is good? What is good? I am back with another video. Today, I'm going to be taking you guys through a full day of eating on a training day. So, some of you might have known I'm going through a gain phase now. So, since obviously the prep, food is slowly titrated up, body weight's going up, which is good, it's what we want. I'm currently consuming around 3,000 calories. That is around 450 carb. 50 grams of fat and 200 grams of protein. Obviously it differs on a rest day, but yeah, let's get straight into the video. So it's 11 a.m. I normally would have, by now I would have had meal one at 8 o'clock. I'll be in the gym by now normally, but I've had a little bit of a setback this morning, had a blood test booked, so it required me to be fasted in order for me to get better results. I'm not sure how it works, but yeah, it required me to be fasted, so I'm only just getting meal one in now. I've only just got back, so it's not your, this meal one is not like a traditional breakfast as such, a breakfast. Like, what is breakfast? It's just when you break your fast, right? But you can eat whatever you want in breakfast, but then people are going to look at mine and be like, how are you eating that so early in the morning? But I'll show you when it's done. Finished product, people. 160 grams of raw rice, not raw as in it's cooked, but raw weighted rice. 100 grams of raw weighted chicken breast, and we got some veg in there as well. Very simple, easy meal. Also got some olives in there and onions. But now the reason why I have this meal, I did add some ketchup to it, I'll be honest. But look, it's a big bowl. The reason why I have this meal before I train is because I digest it well. And it's what I want before I go and train. I digest it quick and I digest it well. It's just, for me, it works well. I don't like being bloated, or I don't like having food sitting on my stomach when I go train. I like feeling a bit empty, but obviously I do need to have a meal. For me anyway, I need a meal before, just to have that, just to get that little bit of energy. But yeah, I'm going to knock this down and then we go and train. Training, it is time for the post-workout meal. So lately I've just been indulging in cereal with some Perform Whey cereal. It's just a good combination. Got Shreddies here, got 168 grams, so works out to about 125 carb. We've got about 5 to 6 grams of fat in this meal, and it's 40 protein, so happy days. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy this meal. I'm going to catch you guys, what's the time? It's 2 o'clock, so I'll probably catch you at about 4 o'clock. I've got a lot of client work to do. Probably catch you at around 4 o'clock for meal 3. Just wanted to quickly jump in and quickly say, like, not every day is perfect as well. Like, for today, everything's running on time. Like I'm able to get my meals in every 2 hours. So the way that I kind of schedule it is I have my pre-workout meal in the morning, and then I have my post-workout at 2 o'clock. I have another meal at 4. It's now 3:30, so I'll go to start preparing that meal now. Then I have another meal at 6, and then I have another meal at 8, and then I go to bed. So that is literally my routine every single day. But not every single day it looks like that, right? And I just wanted to make it aware that when you see videos and stuff and people having like the perfect routine, you know, things do happen, things pop up, and you have to address certain things. Like today, like I had the blood test and whatnot, it kind of put me back in the schedule, but I kind of managed to pick it up on time. But there's been days where I've had to cram meals in, just because I've had to deal with other stuff and whatnot. So it's okay. It's okay not to have like that solid routine every single day, because things do pop up. It's human, right? But the main thing is, as long as you get your calories in, get them in. Also, I wanted to say that I'm currently eating about 3,000 calories. But at the same time too, I'm having 2 meals off plan every single week, which is kind of helping pushing that weight up. It just, I mean, look, I'll be honest, I miss restaurants, I miss going out, I miss eating. So me and coach basically just said, look, why don't you just have 2 off meal plans in your routine, like throughout the week, and yeah, it's gonna help push your weight up. Don't go too crazy, and stick to the macros on a week 2 basis. But yeah, just wanted to kind of talk to the camera, break up the food, because otherwise it's just gonna be me eating and then food and then me eating and then food again. It's just thought I'd break it up a little bit.
Let the music take control.
And on a bit of a Nucci, is it Ganucci, Gnocchi? Whatever, bit of a Nucci vibe. Look it, just tell me that. This meal is, 75 grams of carbs, 10 fats, 40 protein. Nucci, Ganucci, Gucci, it's a vibe. I'm telling you, this meal is a vibe. Meal number 4. Meal number 4 at 6. And this ain't a meal, right? Like, I don't class this as a meal, but I do, because normally this meal is just a protein veg meal. It depends how hungry I am. If I'm hungry, I'll eat. If I'm not hungry, I'll just have a shake. Obviously, just need to hit that protein, right? You need to get that protein in. But the reason why I put loads of ice in, a little tip, is just I like a thick shake, nice and cold, and it actually fills me up quite a bit. So next meal probably is not going to be till 8 o'clock. About 8 o'clock, yeah. The reason why I have like a pro-veg meal now is because I like to save my fats for the last meal, because there's hardly any fats in there. It's like 1 or 2 gram. Yeah, fats get saved for the last meal, so I've got more fats to play with, and I like having a higher carb meal, bit of sweet, something sweet just before I go to sleep. So I'm gonna have the shake, go for a walk. Meal 4. Probably gonna be the weirdest meal that you guys have seen. We've got rice cakes, Phage yogurt, dark chocolate, and peanut butter. Don't ask me why this, but it hits my macros. 125 grams of carbs, we got 15 grams of fat, and we got 40 grams of protein in there as well. But I'm honestly, what I'll do is I get the Phage yogurt, I spread it on the rice cakes, and it's bueno. That wraps up the full day of eating. So that's around 3,000 calories. That's 450 grams of carbs. That is 50 grams of fat, and we got 200 grams of protein. It's not like your most ideal and like your most optimal, I guess, meal plan. Like I'm getting macronutrients in, I'm getting my micronutrients in. For me, it works. Easy way to get my food in as well. Food's not too high. Like I definitely can eat a lot more food. But But yeah, that's what I've been eating. It's what I've been eating. Obviously, I do change it from time to time because I'm on macros. So if I feel like having something else, I do change it. But that is pretty much a staple of my diet. It's what I eat on a consistent basis on a day-to-day. Tomorrow's a rest day. Probably going to get a cheat meal. I'll probably do a rest day one as well, where I go out and get a cheat meal. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But yeah, that is a wrap for the video, people. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully get some insight of what kind of meal ideas to have as well. Not that they're anything special, but yeah, that is a wrap.